Hello and welcome. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about the subclass for Paladin called the Oath of Vengeance. Are you seeking to punish that which is wrong and evil in the world of Baldur's Gate 3, or seeking divine retribution? Then this subclass is for you, and the world will be shaped by your hand. Before I get started, these are just some in-game clips from early access, and the information I've gathered is from various sites and D&D 5e. So what is an Oath of Vengeance Paladin? The Oath of Vengeance Paladin will be one of 3 Paladin subclasses that you'll be able to choose from in Baldur's Gate 3, and it will appear alongside the Oath of the Ancients and Oath of Devotion Paladin subclasses. While every oath is personal for those who take it, none are going to be quite the same as the Oath of Vengeance. It's typically one's own quest to uphold what they believe to be right and just in the world, and these paladins exist to find and punish wrongdoers. This type of oath will be going beyond the typical notions of good and evil, so vengeance paladins tend to favor more neutral alignments. This background for the Paladin will make for a very interesting and enjoyable playthrough with well-designed RP aspects. For example, goblins terrorizing a town, bandits raiding camps, or corrupt kings that need to be dealt to. These are all things a Vengeance Paladin will heed the call for. So what will the role in the party be for the Oath of Vengeance Paladin? They say that the best defense is a good offense, and the Oath of Vengeance Paladin does just that. Oath of Vengeance Paladins are going to be very powerful melee attackers with a great set of skills and spells that will help them become unstoppable to even the strongest of foes. Mixing the raw strength and tanky traits of the Paladin class with a solid set of offensive abilities, these Paladins are capable of being absolute wrecking balls on the battlefield. While it is possible to build a Vengeance Paladin that is more defensive in nature, you are definitely guided towards doing a ton of damage, which is what I believe this class is intended to be doing. In Baldur's Gate 3, Oath of Vengeance Paladin's primary abilities are going to be Strength, Constitution, and Charisma. We want to put points into Strength and pump this up because we want to hit things hard. We want to put points into Constitution because, well, we all dislike dying, and dropping concentration even more. Their saving throw proficiencies are in Charisma, and this score ends up boosting all our save DCs and our own saving throw bonuses. Paladins have a hit dice of 1d10 per Paladin level, and they are proficient with simple weapons, martial weapons, all armors, and shields. So, now, what races are best for a Paladin? If you're looking at stats over role-playing aspects, here are some races. Half-Orc. Playing as a Half-Orc is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and you're going to be able to play as a Half-Orc in Baldur's Gate 3. Playing as a Half-Orc will give you the following traits: Strength +2 and Constitution +1. You'll also gain Dark Vision, so thanks to your Orc blood, you have superior vision in dark and dim conditions. You can see up to 12 meters in the dark. You'll gain Menacing, so you gain proficiency in the Intimidation skill. You'll also gain Relentless Endurance, so when you are reduced to 0 hit points but not killed outright, you can drop to 1 hit point instead, and you can only use this feature once per long rest, but that's still pretty useful. You'll gain Savage Attacks, so when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, you can roll one of your weapon's damage dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage of the critical hit. So Half-Orc race will definitely boost the amount of damage output for your Paladin by quite a decent amount. For the next race, I would probably recommend would be a Dwarf with the subclass Shield Dwarf. This will give you a +2 to Strength. It'll also give you a +2 to Constitution, proficiency in light and medium armor. It'll also give you the Dwarven Resilience, which will give you advantage on saving throws against poison, and you will have resistance against poison damage. You'll also gain proficiency in with the battle axe, hand axe, light hammer, and war hammer. And choosing this subclass will also give you dark vision. Half elves are also going to be pretty decent, as they'll give you a +2 to charisma and 2 ability points to spend as you see fit. In this case, you'll want to pick +1 in strength and +1 in constitution for the best base stats to start with. Even though you can play any race you would like, I will note one more for the Vengeance Paladin being human, simply because it gives you a +1 to all 6 abilities. So, is the Oath of Vengeance Paladin going to be any good? There's going to be so much to the Vengeance subclass, and all of it seems to fit perfectly into the world of Baldur's Gate 3 at this stage, and the amount of offensive power the Vengeance Paladins will bring to the battlefield will make it, in my opinion, one of the strongest subclasses in the game. From the time you become a Vengeance Paladin, which will be at level 3, all the way up until the end of the game, I believe this subclass will keep delivering the goods. I feel like it'll be a snowball that gets more and more intense until you're an unstoppable force that means death to all those who would stand against you. Well, what else is there really to say about this subclass? It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to go seek some vengeance. Well, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, peace.